interesting thought. Should we be in the Voyagers of Nera category?
Yeah, right.
Right now we're in just chatting.
We're literally Voyagers of Nera.
I
Talking
know.
about Voyagers of
But
Nera.
we're always in just chatting so we can find more people. Hey,
Yeah.
Cheery. Hey, Cheery.
Oh my god.
Cheery.
I'm sure she'll trust you to use your best discretion.
Let's see, how do I change the category though? Oh, did she already hear us and put us in the Voyagers of Nera category?
Maybe so.
Oh yeah, I see us in the Voyagers of Nera category. Perfect. Oh, yeah, I see us in the Voyagers.
Also, people tuning in can see our cool team hat that we got.
Oh yes, swag. Hello, hello. Let's see. Voyages with D. What a perfect name. I see Meepy in the chat. I see Average Siege. Some
Wait,
familiar
Voyages with,
faces.
it was Voyages with D, you said? That's Da Vinci.
Hey?
You said Voyages with D?
Yeah. Oh, that's Da Vinci? Oh, I didn't know
That's Da
that.
Vinci. Yeah.
Huh. Cool.
Oh, my mic is a little low. I can fix that probably.
Oh, wait. Here, I can turn you up and I got you. I
Well,
got you.
but it's probably my Windows setting, remember?
No, I got you. I had turned you way down because your Windows setting was not
Wow,
oppressing
okay, rude.
you. Okay, maybe
Michael's oppressing me.
that'll be better. Hi, we got some first time chatters. Passanonix and Storm EH.
Michael's rude.
I was rude. I was rude. Oh. My GIF stopped looping. There we go. I did not have you at 6. I had you at like 60%. Welcome, everybody.
For months, he would complain that I was too quiet. Now he's turning me down.
I mean, both of these happen all the time. You're often still too quiet.
I just can't do anything right.
Foom CL. Is that Foom, the Foom we know?
Wait, I know that Foom.
uh,
Also, this is a rare no makeup stream for me, so enjoy that, everybody.
No Rairaku, welcome. Raku. No Rairaku.
My self-care today was not making myself do makeup at 6 a.m.
I have my wife got me a giant thing of coffee that I've been slowly working my way through.
Ooh.
And some breakfast from McDonald's.
Dude, the McDonald's coffee is actually like, for what, like, the price and everything is not bad.
And with the McDonald's app, you can get a discount.
This stream is not sponsored by McDonald's, just
yeah,
so
but it could be if one of you guys work for McDonald's. Hi, Hush Puppy.
Cheery asks, can you put a permanent box behind the chat so that we can see it because it's white on white.
Oh, let's see. Well, I have a short-term fix, which is I can just do that. That's the short-term fix. Let's see. How do I add?
That's so funny.
Oh wait, no, there's gotta be. It must be like the chat has got to have like a set color, custom color. Okay, I'm gonna set like a nice, cool, like neat, sort of deep green for our channel.
You're doing great.
It didn't do anything.
Yikes, you're not doing great.
No. Oh my gosh. An anonymous gifter just gave 5 subs?
Whoa.
That's 5 people that could now unlock the glider.
Wait, no, that's not how it works. It's one person that can unlock it, isn't it? Because isn't it the person who gifts it gets the sub? Or the person who gifts it gets the reward, not the people who receive the gift. The person who purchases the sub is the person who gets the reward.
Darn.
Pretty sure.
Darn, you're right. I think that's right.
That's
That would
one
make sense
person
from
who could
that would
motivate 5 people to potentially.
that would also make sense for Twitch's
Yeah, like why
side
would they
as
do that?
well. Yeah, that would also make sense.
One whale that just like unlocks the coin for every person.
Oh, that'd be so
Twitch.
cool though. Okay, all right. No, you're right. Thank you, everyone who's more knowledgeable than me about how this works.
Everybody, fact check, Michael.
Wait, I tried to
Fake
change
news.
the background color on this thing and set color.
You could change the background for the entire mural as your other kind of workaround.
Oh God, really?
Yeah, it's in the dots setting at the top of mural.
Dot setting at the top
By
of
your
mirror.
title.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Background. Oh my God. Okay. Whoa. Okay.
I make all of my boards cute, like pink, because it's cute.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess if we're living life, then.
But the pink one's kind of light.
Yeah, pink one's
Might be
pretty
too
light. Light pink. Still not super.
Oh,
Light
no.
green. Light. How readable is light green? Would you say?
Oh, let's see. Lighting? No, bad.
Bad. Okay, we're back to
Yeah.
gray. Gray's the move.
Gray is great.
Matches my shirt. My awesome Voyagers.
Is that your
of
Voyagers
Nera
of Nera shirt?
Is that visible? Am I standing too high? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. I'm watching actually on the stream, not on your Discord.
Check it out.
I'm on delay.
We made a couple of things for the team to celebrate the launch, which is pretty cool. This is a stepping stone to merch. It's Nikki Nee. Thank you so much for the sub. Jiao Mig. Hello, welcome. Welcome everybody to the launch stream for Voyagers of Nera. We went into early access in the wee hours of the morning here in North America at 6 a.m. Pacific, which was very exciting, and we're pretty heavily caffeinated right now. It's been very busy, as you could probably imagine. But we wanted to have a little stream with you guys on the day of launch because we want a chance to talk with y'all, because a ton of stuff is happening. A ton of fresh announcements are going on. The game is now available to buy. It's available to play for everyone out there. It's available to review. And we have all of the above happening. Thank you, Aries Prime. Meg Saga continues, and the J Pocket for the follows. Man. Oh, and the J Pocket subscribed too, and I missed that 2 minutes ago. Thank you so much. And another anonymous gifter. My God. And a shout out. Guys, so let's talk about a bunch of stuff, because there are many things happening as of hitting 6 a.m. So first and foremost, we're launching. Yay, woo. And then we are now live. If you were not aware, the game is now purchasable. This is the price. What was once the most common question in our Discord is now available for everyone to see on Steam. Hopefully, Heroic says you've been going ham in Discord, responding to everyone's, regardless of praise or criticism. Thank you so much. We're trying very hard to be open and available because we think it makes a big difference, and feedback's been a huge part, both the good and the negative feedback. Positive. I
appreciate that. I've been typing as fast as I can.
I know Steph has been
but
the one
all
that's
you can hear from my room is like
feverishly clicking and clacking away. And we're trying to keep that up as much as possible. Also, if you guys haven't seen, we have a new trailer. Oh my gosh, a huge raid. Sterny Twitch, thank you so much. Hello everybody coming in from the raid. We are a couple of developers from the Voyagers of Nera team. We just launched our game into early access today, like 6 hours ago. So we are just experiencing life in real time. And we were just talking about a bunch of our future plans for the game, recapping some of the feedback we've already heard, and then talking about what cool stuff is still happening right now. And trying to be as active as we can on Steam discussions, Discords, and things like that, and just soak in all the feedback. But first, we got a new trailer that came out. And if you guys haven't seen, we have made ourselves a little bit of merch for the team. It's very small scale outputs, but the long road of helping the game succeed will help us make swag for the game that is purchasable. So this is a middle step, a way to taunt us all to help to get the game successful. Why don't we check out this trailer together, and then we can switch back over and watch, answer some questions. Cerny Twitch, oh, thank you so much. Had already played in the beta version. Really nice work. Thank you for Germany. Oh, so cool. Man, the German representation in survival crafting is crazy. You guys go hard, and so many of our early morning streams were from Germany. Really cool to see. And also, the moment we start chatting, it just like switches over into just like flawless English, which is like, really rubbing it in our monolingual North American way. So yeah, let's check out this trailer. I think you guys can see this, and I think if I hit play, it will hopefully play nicely.
I did link it to in the side chat if anyone wants to watch it. Our faces are kind of big.
Faces are big.
Hi, I'm Michael from Treehouse,
Mostly
here
our
to
faces.
tell you about our brand new game, Voyagers of Nera. Voyagers is a co-op, seafaring survival crafting game where you and up to 9 friends set sail to explore a vast and magical ocean world together. You play as echoes, descendants of this realm's long-dead protectors, who were destroyed by creatures from the deep. You'll have to battle the deep and reclaim the spirits of Nera to bring balance to a fractured world. Dive beneath the waves, sail across the ocean, and journey between islands and new biomes, uncovering a mysterious and shattered world that only you can help heal.
I love that cloud shot.
In Nera, danger
Oh,
lurks
that's a
everywhere.
cool shot.
You'll face off against twisted spirits, coral hogs, deep sea sharks, and more. Survive, and you'll
Oh, I think
uncover
your
ingredients to
story
cook
voice
new
is
meals, and rare resources to expand your base or craft powerful gear. Across the world, you'll find spirits in need. Help them out, and they'll share new recipes and magical abilities to aid in your journey. Most importantly, you'll awaken mighty elder spirits who grant you powerful abilities that shape your adventure. You'll also need to create comforts for the spirits.
Oh, spoilers
In
in
return,
here.
they'll treat your base as their home. Relaxing, thriving, and empowering structures like enchanting stations, magical forges, and teleporters.
Oh my god, we also just got a big raid from Morningstar.
Before long,
Oh my
your
gosh.
base
Who
will
is
grow
one of our
into a
featured content
thriving
creators,
spirit sanctuary. Then you'll be ready to set sail to the next
There's
horizon.
so many fireballs in the chat.
Voyagers of Nera is now in early access on Steam. Journey through
Thank
3
you.
unique biomes with a 4th already in the works. Voyagers is perfect solo or with up to 9 friends. Host your game locally, set up your own dedicated server, or rent one through some top providers. To the 100,000
Welcome,
players who
everybody.
tried our demo, and especially our passionate alpha testers on Discord, your feedback has already shaped the game in incredible ways. We can't wait for you to continue sharing your thoughts
Speaking of,
as
that's
we
her.
grow
That's
Voyagers in
Morningstar.
early access. Thank you so much for your support throughout development, and welcome to Nera.
What incredible timing to catch yourself in that trailer. Thank you, Morningstar. Thank you so much for the raid. And for checking out the game this morning. Thank you so much. You guys have seen through her channel, but what? It was probably last summer that Morningstar first started playtesting the game and giving us a lot of great feedback. The Good Place is the recommended video. I enjoyed this reaction channel, and The Good Place is one of my favorite shows. But ignore that, because we're talking about Voyagers of Nera and this awesome raid. Thank you guys so much for coming over. We were just
Yeah, thank
celebrating
you.
launch and talking about the new trailer, talking about going through some of the stuff that we just shared today. So. Thank you so much. Oh, you won a key. That's so cool. Okay, this is great.
Awesome.
This whole process of going through
Oh
launch
my
is
god,
like
I
kind
love
of a
this. What is
what's
that
that?
emote? That emote that Morningstar just posted is so good, but I can't use it.
Is that a butt? It is a
I
butt.
think so. It says wiggle. I feel like it must be a butt.
The process of launching a game is a new one on Steam, at least for myself and a good chunk of our team. So a lot of the whole like key giveaway process and trying to like coordinate this gazillion number of keys, Cherry's been doing an amazing job. I'm really glad we're able to do stuff like that. And it's really cool to see people actually earning those keys, which is really, really cool. Um, so let's talk about some of how the launch has been going. I mean, it's only 6 hours in, so it's like very early, admittedly, right? But
It's been a
enough.
wild 6 hours. I just
Wild
hit my
six
mic.
hours. It's been so busy. And there's already some things that we're seeing and learning. Steph looks like she needs to recaffeinate. You can't say
Don't
that
worry,
to
I'm
people.
on it,
You
dude.
can't say that to people. Um, she
Rise and grind, baby.
her blood content is already like 40% monster. Okay. So
That's what the people want. I'm just giving them what they want, Mike.
thank you, biscuits, for the bits. Thank you so much. So we already have some learnings and some things that we're running with right now. And so some of the things that are really cool and some of the things that we want to sort of make sure that everyone here saw is some of the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? It's just like, hey, we've approached all of the rest of the development this openly. Like, let's just keep it going, right? Some of the good that we've been really enjoying is just so many people jumping in to check out the game, right? Just so many creators who've been coming in to participate with our launch, who've waited for the embargo period, who are now helping us get the word out about the game. And we really appreciate the crap out of that. As like a small indie team, it is really hard to get the word out about the game. So thank you guys so much all for jumping in and being here with us on the launch day. It really means so much to us, not just to see like it hopefully help increase the odds of success, but these are a lot of people who are willing just to take their time to actually check out something we made, which is like, that's the game development dream at the end of the day. Steph is still a wee bit quiet on the mic. I will oppress you a little less.
Why are you
Um,
oppressing me?
Here we go. All right, I've turned you up in volume. Thank you for the note on that. Um, uh, oh, coming in. Oh man, so many familiar names in chat. This is so cool. Um, okay, okay. We also have some new info that we've shared around some of the creators that are participating. We have this handy dandy little Notion page where we are sharing a little miniature profile on all of our lovely creators who are part of our creator program. So if you guys haven't seen it yet, we have a Notion page that you can find in our Discord and some other places as well. And you can see all the awesome people who are officially hyping the Voyagers of Nera launch. Oh my gosh, so many people in chat that are so hyped. This is so cool. Uh, uh,
Also, if anybody wants a different picture or if we got any of your details wrong, let us know. We were kind of manually scraping your Twitches and YouTubes and social channels to get like the best looking stuff. But if you have anything you want us to swap in, let us know.
Thank you, Klein Conan, for the follow, Turox for the bits, Prongs for their sub again. Thank you.
Also, Prongs, and many people probably too, but I always notice Prongs somehow. Awesome, super helpful job in Discord. Thank you so much for jumping into any like feedback threads and stuff. That was crazy. You're all over it, and I appreciate it.
I know it's amazing. Chibi also gifting a sub. Thank you so much. So want to shout out all these folks because they're taking so much time out of their schedule to help us share the game. Really appreciate that. And I guess I should pause there because I'm already seeing a bunch of comments here before we talk about some of the things we've shared in our roadmap today. Yeah, congratulations on shipping. Thank you, Shapers, first time chatter. Game looks amazing. Definitely buy it. Only issue I have is progression. Well, good news. We have stuff planned on the progression front in our roadmap. Game's amazing. Got it for myself, husband, and grandkids. That's so cool. Um, okay. Yeah, Morning Star, check your picture. Tell us if it's a good one. um, that doesn't feel like a Valheim grounded whatever close. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it's feeling unique for you guys. Hello, how are y'all? We are surviving. We're going. Milkshaker's giving a shout out to Sterny for helping put the game on their radar. Lady Nix appreciating some of the picture choice. Okay, so this has been something that people have brought up a few times over the course of the week, of course, which is what is coming up on the development schedule, right? Totally makes sense. We've been trying to wait until launch day. And realistically, it's like we want to plan out all these things. We have a plan that we want to run forward with, but also intentionally, we want it to be flexible and open to change, especially if we see there are hot button issues that players are reporting to us. And Steph, I'll let you go through maybe a little bit more of the guts of each of these, but I do want to say just up front, the feedback that is coming up in our Discord, on our Steam discussions, on our reviews, we are trying to absorb right now. We have got feelers out into every corner trying to sort and process all this feedback. It's going to take us some time because there's a lot of it. There have never been this many players playing our game at the same time, not even close, which is really, really cool. But that is a lot of what this little top bar here is. Hotfix and urgent player feedback zone. We're trying to be light on our feet. We're trying to be responsive, and we're trying to actually pay attention to what we're hearing. So yeah, Steph, do you want to sort of take us forward through the calendar?
Yes, I can. So I had to make sure I wasn't muted. So something that's not on here, but that we are basically doing right now is even today we are urgently trying to fix some critical bugs that have come up on this launch day. So we're working on some dedicated server fixes because I think you guys have probably seen some of the announcements flowing in there. We're gonna look into the Twitch stuff right after that. Unfortunately, the same people that work on the backend stuff also work on the Twitch stuff, so we're a little tied up. Oh, damn, people are being savage to me in the chat.
So rude. So rude. You can't tell a lady they look tired.
The one time I don't wear makeup, I'm telling you, dude. That's why I put it on before every stream.
I'm just gonna enjoy my privilege of having done nothing, just rolled up.
It's okay. Reiki is a nice, awesome person, and I'm thinking he's just joking. Don't worry about it. No one be mean to Reiki. It was just funny. Damn. Leave all the burns from Michael. Michael deserves them because he's a CEO. Eat the rich. But so we're working on hotfixes right now. So that could mean some of our roadmap is subject to change because obviously we have to tackle the most urgent stuff most quickly. But we have basically planned a period where we're going to kind of try to fix up any of the bugs we're kind of discovering on live. We actually have a set of bug fixes coming even in the next 2 weeks that we've already been working on because we knew some things were coming up or we found some last minute things in testing. So we're working kind of on this immediate hotfix and a 2-week patch, bug fix and some balance changes combo. And that will include hopefully some fun things too, like we're finishing up some of the audio work that we didn't finish during the early access release. So you're going to get some expanded soundtracks hopefully and some more audio in the game, which will be exciting. And there's literally like a metric buttload of bug fixes, like probably like 50 or something. I don't know. It's crazy how many bugs can be in a game and also still work. In November, we're working on a quality of life patch. And this is, going to be a little bit of like stuff that we know, we wanted to do before early access if we could have, or we wish we could have fit it in, but it either just didn't quite fit or it needed more time. So things like improved controller support is a big one. We really pushed hard. Oh, sorry, you go.
Or it was one that was risky to fix.
Yeah.
I think that one comes up a lot as a theme, which is like, hey, we technically can fix this. We think we have a bug fix that works, but also the risk of screwing it up is so big that we're like, it's irresponsible to try and put it in now.
Yeah, that's always the kind of push and pull, especially of like a live game where you want to update, is the kind of like, is it worth the risk? Or if not, like, what do we kind of need to do to like ensure we can develop and deliver a fix safely? And sometimes that means that either things have to stay broken for a little while or don't quite make it when we would have rather had them. So yeah, sometimes it's things that are just too risky to kind of fit, like the building QLL one that's listed here, which is a highly requested one. We had wanted to look into it for a long time. But we have some like deep resource node technology, as you could imagine, that was making that really hard. And so we were kind of like, it was too risky, especially by the time we had figured it out, to end up putting it into that early access build. We were like, we can't accidentally break resource nodes. That's like the whole game. So we wanted to deliver that so bad. We're working on that and a bunch of other changes. So yeah, like improvements to item storage, so hopefully easier quick deposit, named storages, improved controller support, and we really hope we can push really hard that this is actually like full glyphs, so you can see the actual controller keys in the world space instead of like the keyboard ones. You can actually like remap your controller, and hopefully it'll work a lot better. And use it in menus. Oh, sorry. What do you want, Michael?
I'm sorry. I was just noticing that we've had a couple more follows and subs. Hopefully, Heroic, Lit Girl Games, dope name.
Oh, that's
Cave,
a sick name, yeah.
thank you for
I
the
wanna be Lit
follows.
Girl
And then
Games.
subscribers, Mara Winterhide, supporting as always. Thank you so much for the sub.
Thanks,
Unknown
Mara.
Text, thank you for the sub. But the one that made me make that face was Morkfish, who is joining us from far away and did this piece of fan art that I have hanging out on my wall right here. So cool to see you all these like years later, actually, when we're finally shipping the game, which is so
And
cool.
also this plushie, in a way. We got this plushie made
yes,
from that art.
we modeled a plushie off of it, which each member of the team now has, and I don't think was able to ship successfully to that part of the world. I'm sorry. So okay,
No.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. Let's continue.
Morkfish is legendary.
Yeah.
We're always excited to see Morkfish in the chat. So yeah, improved controller support, so hopefully that'll be a lot better. And we hope that that'll set us up well also to do Steam Deck support. I'm not done with the other patch.
Okay,
Michael.
sorry. I'm
Go
going
ahead.
back. I'm going back.
We also hope to expand some more of our server settings, at least to add a few more. Like we really want to add something to kind of like mimic creative mode or something like that, to disable building costs. And then yeah, more bug fixes. That's always going to be a theme throughout all of these patches. We're going to pack in as many bug fixes as we can. In winter, that's when we're planning to actually have like a big content update. So if everything goes well, so that's a kind of like big, asterisk, because we really need to make sure the base game is stable. We also really need to make sure that like things, we don't want to build on top of something before it's feeling like really good. So this could change a little bit. So I think we have a range basically of this like December to February, but we really hope to do a winter update where we add in a bunch of cool new content. So we're hoping to heat things up with our new biome, the Sandsea, which will come like every biome with a new gameplay mechanic, some new armor to craft, new tools, new enemies, all kinds of new stuff. And we also have a really big update to Spirit Companions. I think a lot of our alpha playtesters probably know this, or at least heard something about this before. But we are really hoping to take these currently purely cosmetic Spirit Companions that everybody loves, but like, what do they do and why do I want them? And turn them also into collectible spirits in the world that you can actually find and level up. So by playing with them, like equipping them and playing with them and defeating enemies and getting XP and leveling up, they'll level up alongside you and unlock new powers for you. So really, hopefully heroic. I think as long as we don't spawn them, I guess it's okay. They're like, be careful about Nintendo dropping a new patent. But so hopefully we'll have some really big, exciting updates. And then, the rest of the year after that, in like 2026, we also really hope to keep kind of expanding upon some systems that I think are really exciting or promising, but maybe aren't delivering right now, or we just couldn't do as much as we wanted to do before early access. Something people have been asking for a long time that we really want to get some movement on is boat upgrading. Whether it's like attaching buildings to your boat or having just more boats with different types of loadouts or something like that. We're still trying to figure out probably the exact form, but we really want to give you some like progression in your boat to like improve it and maybe allow you to like have some more functionality to your boat that you'd be really excited about. We really want to add weather events. We've wanted to do that for so long, so badly. But we needed a better gameplay reason, so we're going to probably pair that with also some like good gameplay, hopefully. Building system expansion. We have been chomping at the bit to make some new building kits. We've been able to deliver a few. Unfortunately, they're probably a little more expensive than we hoped to make. So we're trying to figure that out, but we have a plan to deliver a big set of building content. So for all of our builders, I think that'll be a really exciting patch for you. And then, yeah, it's kind of a couple things that are a little less defined, but, we want more creatures and mini-boss variety, so we'd probably try to figure out how that would balance into our old biomes. Continue to expand server settings, especially as we get community requests. By that point, I think we'll have a lot of info on what people actually want out of those server settings. And we plan, as I think we've mentioned before, by 1.0 we want to have 5 biomes. So we're definitely going to continue to develop new biomes as well. I think that's everything for the roadmap. There's some really exciting updates, hopefully.
A lot of stuff, and also
A
still
lot
a
of
lot of
stuff.
other requests that are sort of on the peripheral there too, right? I saw someone talking about inventory sort, which is another one of those where it's like, oh, we really want to do that. A little more complicated under the hood than it might sound, actually, but in the quality of life zone where it's just like, we got to figure out when we can fit it in. Uh, I saw also a note about some Twitch drops, which we're also going to talk about in a second. As a recap, we are still, of the good and the bad and the ugly of the current day, we're still in the good zone. So another cool thing is some other current events is that we have more streamers coming in to play the game over the course of the day. We have a couple folks from a couple different parts of the gaming sphere coming in that we hope will be excited about the game. So if you are fans or familiar with any of these streamers, then they're going to be checking out Voyagers later today, and again, helping us carry the flag of getting the game in front of more people, which we deeply appreciate. There are a couple of VTuber crowds in here. I don't know if you guys have noticed from watching the Voyagers of Nera chat. We have a lot of super social VTubers checking out the game. So excited to hopefully share the game with more folks like that. And Offline TV is a group we always think of when we think about like friends having fun together, which we're very jazzed about. Okay, so these are some of the current events of the day. Let's get to some of the stuff. Oh, sorry, did you say something?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. What is this? Cheery, did you add this? Witnessing you build beds on the ground. Is this part of the good, the bad, or the ugly?
It made Cheery sad.
I think Cheery is
I do that all the
pained.
time when I'm testing, actually, because I'm like, I just need a roof.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the things that have popped up and some of the urgent bugs that we are currently working on resolving right now. So, one of the first is the dedicated servers list is coming up pretty short. Like literally the
Literally
number
short.
shown. Here, you
You're
can
such a
talk about
dork.
what's going on there.
Yeah. For some reason, I think on the back end of our service, it seems like it's kind of like capped at like showing 10 server entries. And there's also, I think some people have seen that there's some kind of general refresh lagginess too. So we're kind of working on a two-pronged approach to try to like fix some of these. Yeah, refreshing until you find yours is a thing you can do. I've seen some people have a workaround of putting the name in and then just like spamming refresh, and that has gotten people in, but obviously that sucks. So we're going to be hotfixing as soon as we can a direct connect IP option, so you can directly connect to it and not use the browser at all. And we will also be fixing the bug, ideally, where it will show more than 10 entries, because that is a lot less than it was supposed to show. So hopefully some fixes coming for that ASAP. Twitch rewards, we're not sure what's going on there yet, and it's kind of tough because there's a lot of ways that they can break down. Because like sometimes people report it, but they don't have the item unlocked, which you do need the item unlocked to get the reward. Sometimes the reward grant fails, and we're seeing some of that and trying to figure it out. So we're still working on that. But if you're not getting your Twitch rewards, that is most likely why. But just to be super clear about how you get them, so yeah, your account has to be correctly linked. So definitely make sure on the website that your account is correctly linked. You have to have already unlocked the base item in the game, or you have to unlock it before you can see that reward. They're kind of tied together. So you won't have like access to say like the stone skimmer if you haven't already unlocked the basic skimmer. So make sure that you have that also unlocked before you report it, ideally, please. But I know it's kind of hard. And then yeah, lastly, if all of those things are true and you're still not seeing it, it is most likely this reward granting issue. And so hopefully we'll have a fix out for that soon.
Yeah, this is some of our challenge in diagnosing this. Okay, so you have to do all those things. You also have to hit the button to actually claim the reward on the Twitch side.
True.
Right? That's a whole other step you got to do on the Twitch side, on top of doing the watch hours or the subscription, depending on the reward. Also, two other things: we run the grant process every half hour, right? So you might be at the worst case.
Did we change it? I think it's every hour.
Oh yes, we did. We changed it for hour to every half hour.
Perfect.
But also, if you'll have to restart the game too to have it update in real time. So if you haven't done that in a while and you've gone through the whole reward flow and it's been like half an hour, relaunch the game, re-up your server, and see if it appears now once you have the recipe for the basic thing unlocked. Okay. And if you're still having issues, hit us up in Discord. So we are in the midst of tackling these things. There's still investigation going on. It is fine. Thank you guys for your patience. And also, while I have a hot second, thank you guys so much for the follow. Shield Beats, Makuto, Mara Dahlia. And then thank you, Martin Elger, for the sub. And Cabe, thank you for the sub. It is getting desynced for me. Sure. Okay. Okay. So let's talk about the ugly, right? So we are starting to get some first reviews up on Steam. It takes a while for them to honestly show up in this number where they actually appear under the total, but this is where a lot of people look. Right now it's mixed. I think it's like 67% positive or something like that. Obviously we want it to be higher, but you know, it's a mix of things that we're seeing here. Some of them are very valid critique, and I think we're seeing people be like, "Oh, I wish the game was like this. I wish it had these features. I wish it worked like this other survival crafting game." And honestly, that's just good feedback, right? So there are definitely some different preferences and a lot of nuggets out of there. But there's also some feedback that I think is a little more difficult for us to use as developers, or just like kind of angry in a way that is like maybe not in the spirit of the game then being good for people. So you know, there's a little bit of a hit and miss, but you know, that's the internet at the end of the day. You guys might have seen some of those threads. I've even seen some of the folks that are in this chat or some of our players chiming in and trying to defend our honor, which we very much appreciate, but also like it's okay, right? I think there are other ways and more productive ways to hopefully try and get ourselves into a better spot. And honestly, guys, it's super duper early. It's really, really early, right? We have a good chunk of time and a lot of beating the drum to still do in terms of getting all the folks who've been playtesting along the ways, all the folks in this chat, all the folks who are streaming right now to help spread the good word about the game. And then there's also going to be valid criticism that we have to work on. So what does that actually lead us to do, right? What does that actually lead us to say, hey, this is what we got to do? Don't name and shame specific people. Some people are just going to be, you know, very upset or harsh or intense about what they want, and it's a valid opinion, even if it is painful or less helpful to us. And thank you guys for the folks who have been like creating guides to help explain people and things like that. But some of the ways that we think are the most effective to help are, if you're enjoying the game, let people know, right? This is what we were talking about all day yesterday, which is, hey, these reviews matter a lot. So seeing a negative hurts for sure, but also there are a lot of people right now streaming the game that look like they're enjoying it. Hopefully we can take the next layer in, which is getting them to start reviewing the game. So if you're starting to play, if you're enjoying it, then please like spread the word to other people. And that review score ultimately is sort of like on Google Maps or on Yelp, where it's just like, oh, hey, this is a 3-star, a 4-star, a 5-star place. You make a snap judgment. So helping get your take on the game out in a place where other people can benefit from it is really helpful to us. So if you're enjoying yourself, please like let other folks know.
Yeah, if I can chime in for a second too.
Yeah.
Both to touch on a point that you made earlier, but also to tie it with another point in the chat that I think is really cool. Yeah, it is kind of tough, I think, both as an early access game, a survival game, which is a pretty broad genre where all of the entrants are pretty different actually in how they like execute different things. So things like V Rising and Enshrouded are very combat focused, for example, and we are not very combat focused. Or other games are like really building an automation focus where we're not really, oh, we have a raid of 25 people. Thank you
Oh
for
my
the
god, I
raid.
missed the raid alert. Welcome.
Um,
Oh, it's
and so those
Lanuba.
things, are valid reasons for someone to not like the game as much as maybe other people do. I think also early access, like completeness, is another reason. Like some people, I mean, early access is a really like loaded term, especially nowadays. Like Enshrouded is also a great example of extremely high quality game. I think launched in the early access, I believe. But they are super polished. They are a really veteran dev team. Really impressive, honestly. I hope when we grow up we can be them. But so I think they're really, really impressive, and I think it's a fair comparison for players to be like, hey, why aren't you as good as that? And our goal is to be as good as that. So I think there's some validity in all of the feedback. And then Mason had a really specific observation, Mason136, about some of the feedback in that thread that the person brought up. Because yeah, I think we were reading it on the dev team and talking about it, and while we think some of the things maybe were like a little like personal choice or like clearly do happen in other survival games and are preference based, there's a really good nugget of like core feedback there that is we actually like agree with on a lot of ways. One, especially combat as a good example, was that we're pushing actually players a lot more towards combat right now in the game, more than we did before. And we have been trying to bring combat up a little bit, but we haven't been able to probably bring it up as much as we would want for how much we're pushing it. So that's definitely, I think, something we hope to improve during our, entire like early access phase too. But things like that are really great feedback to receive. The whole point, basically, I think, of making an early access game and developing it like with the community and understanding like what they want and like what they expect out of the game. So I do think try to be, even though it's really hard, especially I appreciate everybody wanting to like White Knight for us. It makes my heart happy, but I feel like we should all also keep in mind that yeah, negative feedback is good and healthy too.
Yeah. We said this a few times before. The opposite of positive feedback is not negative. It's just like total silence, you know? And we're not seeing silence, and that's honestly something to be grateful for. Uh Thank you so much for the raid, Lanuba, in the middle of a serious point about player feedback and the value, the incredible value of, if you're enjoying the game, letting other people know, whether that's through a review, through sharing socials, through a well-timed raid from one channel to another. And us on our side, we're just trying to scoop up all of this feedback that we can, slurp it up from every source. We're trying to follow along in all of the discussion boards on Steam, in Discord, the feature upvote page, and there is still a feedback survey in the in-game as well that we are going to be reading through. So please keep sharing your feedback. It's incredibly helpful. And then we got to keep building. We got more stuff to build. There is a lot more. There's a whole roadmap up above on top of all the things that we're going to be learning about over the course of these next few weeks and trying to process and digest that. But to the Lanuba question, where can you buy that cap? I'm afraid that you cannot at the moment. It is a team swag item that I was secretly working on in the background so we could celebrate launch a little bit. But it is part of the psychological trick of, if we get the game to succeed, then swag doors open up. So the more Voyagers succeeds, the easier it will be for us to get plushes made and merch made. So
One other statement I'd like to capture from the chat just to touch on. One comment was, my only possible feedback is I would love an offline mode. I can't in good conscience purchase the game when my internet drops out every 10 to 30 minutes. I think that's totally valid. And I think, I think there is a chance that the game is more stable for you because it doesn't need like literal persistent connectivity all the time. It needs it for authentication, and it occasionally sends some like info back to like the server. But that being said, I think it could cause issues, and I don't think you should purchase the game if you feel like it's not going to be a good experience for you. That's just like, of course you wouldn't. Why would you do that? It would make me feel good because you would give us money, and that would help us make the game better. But you should buy the game if it works for you. And the offline mode is something we've heard a lot about, a lot of feedback. We don't really have a good answer right now, other than what we kind of have shared on the forums, where we did start to build the game with a very like multiplayer focus. Our studio mission actually is to make games that are the best way for friends to like spend time together. So it's like we focus really heavily on co-op games and how it is easiest to join them together. And we did make a pretty sharp decision at the beginning of that made offline play a lot harder. And so we hear the feedback and we do really want to think about what we could do actually to bridge that gap. But I'm sorry, I know that's a tough one for a lot of people.
Another question.
That was it.
How do I say this? Semper inamatus? You mentioned progression. I heard that in co-op. It's shared progression. So it's possible to miss out on boss battles if not there. Will there be changes to allow individual progression in co-op?
We actually were just talking about this today. Because I think generally we do try to make things repeatable. But I think the Elder encounters, which is specifically the encounter that you can miss, so almost everything else is repeatable or doesn't need to be done synchronously, just so you know. But specifically the Elder encounter, which is like the kind of the big cool one, is not repeatable, and people who miss it would miss it entirely. But when we were discussing this, we were like, hey, do we have like a good reason actually for this to be not repeatable, or are there ways that we could work around that? And we think there's a way forward. I don't know when we'll be able to work on that. So we'll have to kind of prioritize it alongside of our other work. But yeah, we would really, I think, love for people to be, again, our whole goal is for people to play together. And I think also part of that is giving some affordances for playing asynchronously too. So that's something we definitely want to look at and see if we could make some targeted changes. So I think that is the only piece of content you could miss out on by not being online, just so you know.
Thank you, Turox and Average Siege, for the sub. Let's see. Oh, do I have other? Oh, yeah. I forgot Chiri's wonderful graphic down here.
That's cute.
Here we go. Can I see it? Did I get it all in frame?
Yeah.
Just want to take one more moment before we miss the opportunity on our launch day to say thank you. Which is really like a very meaningful thing for us because we've been working for a long time just trying to hit this point where people out in the wild can play the game. You guys, like so many of the folks in this chat, have been helping us play test and helping us get to this point. The game would not be what it is without your guys' help. So thank you guys so much for all that you've contributed to the game and all of the support that you've shared with us. And, we want to keep it rolling, right? We want to scale up the amount of feedback we're getting. We want to be adding more and more stuff to the game. We want, to all of that playtesting was like a preview of early access, and now we're in early access. So we want to do it more and better. So thank you guys so much for all of the subs, for the feedback, for the constant encouragement. We are going to be taking a little bit of time this afternoon just to jam and celebrate and soak in the moment of launch. And then we'll be back at work trying to fix these issues, trying to add more to the game, and figure out what's most meaningful and impactful to add next. There's still some questions. Yeah, do people have any questions for us, by the way? Because it's launch day. And just as a heads up, we will have another stream on Thursday that is a little bit longer, a little more relaxed, a chilled build and AMA stream. Now that hopefully more people will have had time to go through some of the game and ask questions to more of the team as they hang out and play through the latest build together.
Yeah. One question we had from the chat: do the fights scale with player count on the server? So most fights do not scale with player count. The one that does is the Elder Spirit encounter, and it scales up with like some kind of like bands. So like 1 has its own scaling, 2 to 3 has its own scaling. I think maybe 4 to 6 is the next bucket, and then 7 plus, something like that. So there is scaling for that fight, but not for most of the game content.
Just cool temper expectations. Reminder to the viewers that this is a pretty small team. Yeah, our team is not super huge. This is the team.
Either.
Yeah, this is in fact the entirety of the
nice,
team.
mediumly sized team.
Yes, I think it's so funny because like from the AAA live service zone, we're
this
tiny.
is like nothing.
Yeah, we're
like
so baby.
This is sometimes the size of like half of a team at like Riot or something when we were on teams.
Yeah. My last 3 teams at Riot were like 60, 30, and 70 people.
Yep.
So it's pretty crazy. Compared to some other indie games, those are sometimes like 2 people. So it's just like, oh my God, so many people.
Peak
That's
is 4,
insane.
right? Like Peak is, how many people worked on Peak?
Pretty small.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Noodlehead just asked the question that I'm ill prepared for. Is there a link for some kind of patch notes for what's been changed and updated between the alpha playtest and the official launch today? There's not one link, but there is like 20 of them, which is patch notes,
a collection of sprawled notes.
patch notes sequentially over the course of like a year and a half.
Depending on what you mean from alpha test. If you mean from like the most recent version, there's definitely some. If you mean from like forever, that might be pretty hard. It might be better to look through the Steam blogs for that.
We do have actually some links to them on our Steam news page, and in our we have like an announcements or patch notes section of our Discord too. So you actually could find them there, and it's kind of a fun walk down memory lane, but probably not doing the thing you're specifically looking for. Oh, thank you, Robin, for the sub. Robin M, 1994. Did I miss another one too? Does anyone have any questions, by the way, since
There's
are
another one
on
from
launch
Sass
day?
Entertainment if you want to hit that one. There's one from
Oh,
someone named Sass.
I wasn't scrolling. My bad. How do I unhover that? Oops. No. I didn't mean to pin that.
I know it's hard to read it when you hover it.
Unpin this message. Sorry, Miss Tia. I'm just putting you on blast on accident. Are you guys booking for interviews? I was chatting with some of the creators and discussing maybe doing some interviews with them about their experience with the full release and development process. That's cool. You would contact Cheery. I think probably to book me or another member of the team. But yeah, I mean, we have done this a bunch. If you guys, this feels like forever ago. Not that long ago, like maybe April and May. A lot of our playtesting and like hanging out with creators was literally just playing with them on their streams. So that's something we've totally done in the past. It was really fun, honestly, to get to actually talk about the game like with it in front of us and playing in the same world. So yeah, that sounds cool. Hit us up, and of course it'll just be whether or not we have time to do it. Obviously, we're in a fairly intense phase right now. How often do you plan to do dev streams? That's a great question. We actually have a long track record for that. Other than some holidays, we've done it every 2 weeks for the last year and a half, I want to say, year and change. And honestly, that's felt pretty good because there's a lot going on to talk about every 2 weeks. So I still like that cadence, and hopefully we can sort of pair that up with some more like stuff that's going to be heading toward the build. I was brought here by Steph. Good Lord.
Someone asked to see it.
you nabbed me. Oh, can I see the roadmap, please? I see. Thank you. So yeah, I mean, we're very active. We try and be as open and available as possible. The dev stream just seems like such a good way to put out like more announcement-y type info with a lot more context. Because man, like hoping people catch a single Discord message kind of sucks. Let's see.
There's a question that's, have you guys mentioned anything about a dev kit for mods? We're not currently planning to support mods, not because we're like against mods or anything like that, but we didn't build the game in mind with mods. So it's a little hard to retrofit, as we're actually kind of learning as we do set up some custom server settings. So we do plan to offer custom server settings and continue to expand those over time, but we're not currently planning to expand into mods. I see a pog from Michael.
Yes, that was a pog. 2 beards and a producer just gifted 10 subs to the channel.
Whoa, that's so many.
That's crazy. Thank you so much. You really don't have to do that. You've probably already bought the game, so we already appreciate that very much. Thank you.
See, what's the recommended snack/drink when playing Voyagers?
Cheetos with chopsticks so you don't get the dust on your
I know, I was
fingers.
about to say something that won't get your hands dirty.
Thank you.
I've been really enjoying these like hot pot potato chips lately. Those are very addictive.
You will eat them to illness.
Mm-hmm.
Seaweed soup, perhaps. I've had Korean seaweed soup while playing the game, and there is a seaweed stew in game, so it feels kind of topical. Thank you, Two Beards and a producer. Have a great launch and stream, guys. Thank you. Really appreciate the support.
Treehouse Luke recommends Trader Joe's spicy tempura seaweed snack.
Noodlehead, a lot of Voyagers recipes look so good. Mitch drew like almost all of those, and I think he'd be very happy to hear how tasty they look. Is there a tease on some kind of the next biome in the game? Well, boy, it's actually right on the screen in front of you right now. Let me zoom in a bit.
Yeah, so we're planning to target a desert-themed, volcanic-themed kind of biome. We don't have too much to share. Maybe we'll be able to share some concept art soon. But hopefully soon. There's no like in-game though, in-world current teaser.
Yes, and then the biome after that will be something pretty cool, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god.
Pretty cool.
On that note, Reiki T asks, do Twitch drops work in servers, and how do they work? Twitch drops should work in multiplayer. They do work the same way that they kind of work in single player. The player themselves has to have earned the drops, obviously, with all the linked accounts and etc. And they have to unlock that recipe themselves. So the host can't have like unlocked the recipe. It has to be each player, I think, has unlocked the recipe, so you gain access to it. So the person joining your server needs to have unlocked like the base skimmer to be able to use the stone skimmer. Hopefully
BB Games, thank you for the raid.
I guess one note about the Twitch drops is you could craft one, I think, for another player and give it to them too. So they can still use it if you have made it for them. They just can't craft it themselves.
That is all true. Thank you, BB. Thank you so much, BB Games. Got another raid coming in. Crazy.
Oh, we're supposed to do a giveaway before the end of this too, right?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for remembering before I just remember like 10 minutes after the fact.
Am I
stream
setting it
again?
up? Oh, shoot. I forgot. I don't want to
I still have not set this up since yesterday.
I wish also I still didn't. I don't know how. I think all you have to do though is hit link your Twitch. But anyway, let me pull it up.
Noodlehead, who said anything about an ice biome? All we know is that it'll be pretty chill.
Oh my god! Look what you've done, Michael. I still don't know. There must be something I'm supposed to like reset to fix that visual bug where it like says that like a bajillion more people have like entered than actually have, but I don't know how to fix it. So you'll have to believe me, maybe. I think it's carrying over from past ones we did. I don't know why. But only on one part of the screen. So it is purely a visual bug.
Okay, well, we can live with that.
I promise. How many people are we raffling to today, Michael?
Let's do another 3, huh?
Awesome.
We gotta celebrate
What are
launch.
we giving away today?
More Steam gift cards, because as a reminder, if you receive the copy of the game for free, then the review does not count toward the score. We are currently in the zone where we're saying, hey, one of the things that is most helpful that you could do to help Voyagers succeed is not just share your feedback, but if you're enjoying the game, to let other people know. So writing a review, sharing the game with your friends, all of these things are crazy helpful to us. So we're going to be gifting some Steam gift cards away, and Chiri's going to be helping to distribute them. So we're going to do another little raffle just to really celebrate the launch moment together.
Do you want to tune into my stream, Michael?
I do. Let me see. How do I do this again?
I believe in you. So make sure. Also, you will see the visual bug I talked about. In the center of the screen, it's going to say there's like 202 entries. But on the left-hand side of the screen, it'll show the actual current entries. Sorry about that. I don't know why. This tool is beyond me. Perfect. But so our what do you call this? Key? Comment? Thingy? Today is happy launch day. So if you do exclamation happy launch day in the chat, you can enter this raffle for these Steam gift cards.
Harley
and eventually
Quinn.
we'll see it start to populate over.
We want the cold truth. Then They're all about this. They're picking up what I'm putting
Woo,
down.
woo, 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 woo.
May
Happy
Day.
launch day. Happy launch day.
May Day 070A, loving the game. Do you have plans for a deeper narrative to the game? Would love ways to dive deeper into the world. So there are a lot of narrative journals and these monoliths scattered around the world that are one of the main ways that we're sort of delivering some of the backstory and some of the world building about the game through to players right now. We're definitely going to be planning on doing more of those. Each new biome is going to come with sort of like unveiling a bit more about how the world ended up this way, what they encountered in each space, and along with that, some more of the sort of a central theme of sort of like restoring some of the elder spirits and parts of the world. We're going to continue doing that as well. So that's probably going to be the main way. Because we're not, you've probably seen by now, we don't have like voice acting in the game and stuff like these or big complicated cutscenes. So that's our main way of doing a lot of that world building and narrative. Feline difference. What if you gift a friend and they write a review? Does that count as free even though it was a purchase copy? I don't know. Actually, I am not sure, if I'm honest.
Also, I feel like we have so many people in chat, but it's a little slow on the current entries, which is the spot you're supposed to look. So make sure to type in !happy launch day if you want to. Cherry, you can't enter. That's cheating.
Sooner or later, Cherry's going to win one of these, and it's going to be really funny.
Oh, Cars Fanatic, you need the exclamation mark before the chat message. Or else it doesn't count. Happy lunch day.
Oh, it's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Very memorable name.
I know, we always, I feel like we always mention that name internally. Cars Fanatic, if you didn't hear me, make sure to correct your entry message. Also, thanks for the first time chat. But you need an exclamation mark before it.
It counts because, oh, great. Did you look that up? The review does count? That would be excellent. Will there be more things added to the underwater part of the game? Absolutely is the easy answer, but specifically what you're interested in would help us, right? So if you want to fill out that feedback survey in the game, we would love to hear ideas, honestly, right? Because there's stuff we're going to add, like resources and enemies and stuff. But like we've had a gazillion more ideas than we've had time to implement. Anything that you're like, dude, that would be so freaking cool, would help us sort of hone down from the infinite number of ideas to like some specific ones that will really like make people's day.
And then there's one other that's, how does the game treat solo players? I would love for some of our actual players in the chat to chime in too. But a lot of our playtesters have been playing solo for most of the playtest period, and I think primarily enjoy it that way, actually. And there are, if it is like a little over or under tuned for your liking too, there are some custom server settings that you can, or custom game settings that you can apply, like increase your own damage or up the gathering rate. So hopefully you have some options as a solo player if it's not quite right for you. What makes you stand out in a universe of a gazillion survivals? Or what did that, there was a Steam forum was a survival slop.
You
Michael,
want
do
me
you
to
want to answer
take
that?
this one?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you caught the trailer at the start of this. No, there are a ton of survival crafting games right now. And part of why we made one is because we think they're so perfect for like this world to explore, this like long-term goals that you work toward, and something you can share with your friends. We wanted to put sort of a different spin on that by setting you in this magical ocean world. So a huge part of the game is sailing, swimming, and surfing, exploring underwater ruins, battling deep sea monsters, and then it being like this sort of vibrant and beautiful and magical space where you rescue spirits that need your help. They teach you recipes, they give you new abilities. You build a base that is also a sanctuary for them. We've been pretty grateful for some of those choices because, like, holy crap, there are so many airship games nowadays. So hopefully that's given us a little room to still be thematically unique. But I think that those are a lot of the things that have sort of shown through for people is like being able to sail from island to island, like very different sort of feeling around exploration, the whole world map is handcrafted because we were like, dude, I think this is just what we got to do to make that sense of exploration really feel like it lands. And I think we've been pretty happy with some of those choices.
Awesome. I think we're getting closer in the stream, so we're gonna do last call. Anyone that didn't enter yet, do that exclamation mark happy launch day, and then we'll very shortly get the winners.
Count it down.
But then
Okay.
remember, there's another countdown.
199.
Oh my
90.
god, that's too long. Okay, I'm gonna hit the button.
Okay.
Wait, Rob Wharton, you need it, I think, to make it all one word. I'll give you a minute to correct that if you want.
Anissa May. Oh, you know what? You asked anyone. I'm going to let another awesome, helpful player answer you.
Okay, I think, okay, we got some of these last ones in. Oh my god, of course, we're about to hit the button. That's when everybody starts the
The urgency.
Okay.
Z Bear Balls, thank you for following. BB Games, thank you for the follow. Polly the Parrot, thank you for the follow. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, wait. Well, it counted down, but then it just picked them. So our winners are DJ Big Russ, Athena Carcata, and Chibi Bree. So all of these lucky people are going to get some Steam gift cards. If you haven't bought Voyagers of Nera yet, I've heard that's a cool game. You could consider buying it. You could buy it for one of your friends if you want them to play it, or you can just buy any game you want on Steam. Thanks for celebrating our launch with us.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. Always fun to chat. But I don't know, man. We're like in the middle of doing so much, like answering messages and responding to emails and like blah 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 is a bug and we need to fix it. But we're really like, this is a chance for us to just soak in together a little bit. The fun of shipping a game together. We just don't get to do it that often, and it's really fun to do it with you guys, folks who have been following our game and are so excited about it and have been sharing such amazing feedback with us long before this and continue to do today. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. On Thursday, we're going to do another stream a little bit later in the day than this one, where we're going to have some more members of the team coming in and chilling and building and hanging out and answering whatever questions you guys have. So other than that, please keep on sharing the game with other folks. Keep up the good fight in terms of getting them to write reviews. And we will see you guys in the game and on stream again shortly.
Awesome. Kiri, can you help rate us out?
Oh, so many options today. So many options for a raid. Infinite options for a raid. Our buddy Locklear. I have to go say hi to Locklear.
Wait, Kiri, I don't know how to raid out. You're not gonna make me do it, are you? How do I do it?
Frogmancer Steve. That's such an awesome name.
Perfect.
Jeff Peanut, thank you for the sub.
Awesome. So we are gonna go raid another Voyagers of Nera streamer. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Thanks everyone.
Bring your hype to them. Let's go. Thanks everybody. See you next time.
Bye.
Finished a combat tutorial.
Ooh, we did it.
We did it.
What? What the
We're gonna be excited
frick?
Oh,
No, what the fuck?
Shoot. Oh my. Okay. Wow. Oh no. Oh friggity frick. Oh god.
So cute.
Oh no, I was not made for that. Oh no.
Aw.
Too many people.
Even though I have this
A
thing.
German-Japanese
Perfect.
stream. Whoa.
That's cool.
No, we have to entertain us all. Yeah, No pressure. Yeah,
They're
no
so
pressure at
nervous
all.
suddenly. No.
Oh no. Hi everybody.
I gotta go talk to Luke. Bye.
Bye.
And thank you for the raid. Oh my god. Yeah. Hi. How's it going?